Welcome, guys. We are super excited. We are bringing you some cutting-edge information this month. I have Joe Camiza with me. Joe has been one of our educational consultants now for the last, almost 18 months, year and a half you've been around. Joe has just moved over. He's going to be working now for Provere Physical Therapy, working for Frank. We had Frank on last segment, and I know you got hired to be their Director of Education, which is super exciting. Provere is inside already. 5 facilities. They're coming inside some of our Parisi Speed Schools, bringing physical therapy and really bringing in tremendous integration. That therapists working very closely with the Speed School staff and the health club staff. But Joe, we're excited this month to be talking about the glute med, and we had a lot of conversations about that. And our network has been, really desiring more continued education from us, and they want us to get a little bit deeper in some of the things we're doing. Let's talk a little bit about, prehab, and I know the importance of prehab, but more specifically, the glute med.
Well, the glute med is one of the most important muscles for anything as far as walking or running, right? So the primary role of the glute med is to stabilize the pelvis. So when one leg is on the ground, your glute med, among other muscles like QL and the adductors, it prevents that pelvis from dropping.
Yeah. So first, the origin and insertion of glute med, just for some of our people, that want to know the details, because we want to show an image of what it looks like and where it's located on the hip.
Well, it originates on the ilium between what's called the superior and middle gluteal line, and it goes to the greater trochanter. So it's kind of like. Yep. It's almost like the deltoid of the hip.
I like that, the deltoid of the hip. Now, we're going to roll a video, and you can speak to this video of this woman running in slow motion. Why don't you speak to that?
So in here you can see that whenever this woman, she takes one leg off the ground, the pelvis drops. And that's signifies glute weakness. It could also be QL, but most likely it's going to be the glute med, and they work together with the QL and the adductor. But this is really important because if the pelvis drops, you have energy leaks in the spine, so you're not getting as much power into the ground, so you're not going to run as fast. Right? So if you're looking for speed and this happens, you're not going to be as fast. But also, it sets you up for injury. It sets you up for injury at the hip, at the knee, at the ankle. So if the glute med isn't firing properly, you can have increased valgus stresses at the knee. Your hip will kind of go into adduction, and that will make your knee kind of flare out. So you get like that knocked knee position, and you can get stresses on the inside ligaments of your knee. If your hip is dropping, also you can get gluteal tendinitis or tendinopathies, which you can develop hip pain. You can start getting some IT band syndrome from this stuff too. All common running injuries.
Yeah, and we talked yesterday about the glute med being hypertonic, right? Yep. And we talked about some other things that might cause the glute med not to fire correctly. So there might be an issue in the groin or the IT band that might cause the glute med. So we're going to be getting into this, guys, and really diving into this deep this month. Not too deep where it's over your head, but we want to get everyone to understand it. So we're going to be bringing a bunch of exercises to strengthen the glute med, and every month we're going to be attacking a different muscle of the body specifically for sprinting. So we want to motivate and inspire all of you to do these quote-unquote prehab exercises on a consistent basis.
As with all things anatomical, it's complex. And so what I'd suggest is you watch Joe's segment 2 or 3, 4 times, and then the complex will become simple. Absolutely, positively guaranteed.
Yeah, that's awesome. And whenever I study for something, I have to take an exam, going over it multiple times. And that's what we should do here, guys, with these habit videos. And they're all stored on our online education. You can go back, use them. Again, not too long ago, Steve Leo said he had to go give a motivational talk to a team. He always refers back to the habits, for some, insight on some education. But hey, Joe, great job today. Doc, awesome. We'll see you upstairs. We're coming back to you in another segment on training techniques.